It has been quite some time, guys, since I have made a video. Let's see, I think the last video that I uploaded was probably like in December, September. I want to say September of 2019. Bunch of shit ended up happening with my real life in terms of like school and stuff, so I just really didn't have time to upload anything. And then, after when you don't upload for a while, you just kind of forget, and then you think, well, I should really release something, and then you just never get around to it. So that just never happened. So I'm really sorry about that. But anyways, I guess what today's video is gonna be is I'm just gonna talk about, some updates to my life. I know I basically hit the reset button on my entire channel. God, when did I do that? I think like October. I want to say October of like 2018. I think it peaked at like 7,000 subscribers or something, and I'm just like, fuck it, rewind. So, anyways, I got rid of that, and so I uploaded some RuneScape stuff for a little bit during my first year of grad school, and then I just stopped playing the game. I ran out of time. I don't really know how else I can put it. I really just didn't have time to commit to the game anymore. Um, but I mean, I think that's something that I've just kind of come to terms with. I think a very long time ago, even when I was an undergrad, I told you guys that I'm gonna reach a point in my life where I'm just not gonna have time to play games anymore. Unfortunately, we um we might have actually hit that time now. Um, I mean, I kind of knew that was going to happen. I think a bunch of people sort of knew that was probably going to happen eventually. I mean, people grow up after some time. You just don't really have enough time to commit to games anymore. It happens to everyone. Do I miss it? I mean, it's iffy for that. Like, I don't miss grinding like 8 to 12 hours for a video game because while you did have goals in mind and you were working towards something, none of it was real. And what I mean by that is, you got satisfaction by doing things. Like you were occupying your time. It just didn't feel like that time was really important. And I know there's going to be a lot of people out there who are going to say, like, well, how are you going to define important here? Because as long as you're making progress in something, as long as you're having fun, it's not really time wasted. I agree to that to an extent, but at the same time, I was juggling school life, I was trying to progress in my career, I was trying to do all this and all that, on top of running a YouTube channel, and just always feeling like I was under pressure to like do something or go with some narrative. So after a while, I'm like, you know what? I really just don't want to do this anymore. This is really dumb. um, so yeah, that was that. So this video is just gonna be completely live because I'm not gonna edit anything. The reason for that is I don't remember how. Oh God. Yeah, I mean, I still have Adobe Premiere Pro, but I don't remember how to use it. Um, Also, you guys are gonna get me at a really weird time. So I actually gave myself a haircut like 3 days ago. It didn't come out too great. So you are going to just have to go with this, and I am just gonna go with it too. You know what? The hair's gonna grow back in 6 months. It's not even a big deal. Okay, so let's start at the very beginning then. Um, let's talk about 2019. So 2019, I'm doing my first year clinicals, and I just got into grad school. I'm like doing everything. For the first time in my life, I finally feel like my life's actually on track again. That's like the weirdest part. If you guys remember back when I still made like Terra videos and stuff, there was this period in time where I was truly lost in terms of what I wanted to do. And like I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I just didn't know how to get the things I wanted in life, specifically, an advanced degree. No programs were accepting me. I felt really lost, and I became really, really impatient. So I ended up applying to a separate grad school program um, for biomedical sciences because I did a lot of cancer research during my undergrad, and then I realized, wait, I just really don't like this. Like I'm not really getting anything out of this. I don't enjoy going to class right now. I don't enjoy the things I'm learning. So I had some problems there and I thought about dropping out and I ultimately did that, but was I truly felt like I failed. Like I think that's the weirdest thing, is because people always tell you that through failure you kind of grow as a person, but for me it was the first time in my life where I felt like, oh my God, I'm actually really bad at something. You know, like, how do I put this? When I was young, my parents always told me that as long as you try, people are gonna accept your efforts. And while that is true to an extent, it was a huge blow to my ego. And I can admit that now. I had a huge ego when I was much younger. Like when I was in my 22 to like around like 24, even maybe even younger than that, maybe like from like 18 like 22. Holy shit, it's like 6 years. Um, yeah, I had a massive ego because, my whole life I've always done well in school. I've always done well in all the programs I've applied to, even during my undergraduate. Like I was always great. I had a specific set and a specific path in mind of what I want to do in my life. But then once I hit that roadblock, I'm just like, holy shit. Like sometimes things just don't go your way. What do I do now? So I was really lost for a little bit, and I'm just like, I don't know what to do with my time. Um, I got like a part-time job, and then outside of that, all I did was just play Terra. And looking back on it now, it made me realize like all that time that I spent on Terra, I wasn't playing because I actually enjoyed the game. I played it just because I literally had nothing else to do. I just used it as an outlet to occupy my time, and it occupied a lot of my time. Like I was playing again 8 to 12 hours a day. I had so many alts. I was streaming it. And while I was having fun for the most part, at the end of the day when you like turn off the game and you get off and you're like, wow, I I wasted a whole day. And I'm not saying, that's applicable to most people because a lot of people play the game for fun, and that's great. But for me, I wanted to do something else, but I couldn't reach the thing that I actually wanted to do. So I kind of just stagnated, and I would just play games, pass the time, and it wasn't until much later in my life when I realized, holy shit, I was actually horribly depressed. um, it's not a good feeling because you just feel like nothing you do actually matters, and you just kind of do things. I mean, I guess in some ways that's why the game was so good was because it was completely monotonous. Or is that the right word? Monotonous? I think it's monotonous. Um, you're doing the same thing every single day, day in and day out. It had some structure to it, but at the same time, you're not making progress towards something that you actually want to do. Instead, it was just like, oh, I'm just gonna do this like completely menial thing for hours on end. And when I was actually happiest during those days was when I was actually starting to get tired. I'm like, okay, I can finally go to sleep now. Like I can sleep like 6 hours, and during those 6 hours, I don't have to think. And then I wake up the next morning and you just do it all over again. So I finally I ended up moving to Boston. Things started working out in my favor. Got into grad school, and yeah, everything was good. But then over time, I started realizing like, okay, as I got more and more into my grad school program, I'm having less and less time to play and like actually make videos. And then you reach another portion of your life where you're just like, well, on one hand, there's this one thing that I've committed a large portion of my time to for uh, a period of my life. Like I made this channel for Terra, I believe my sophomore year of college, which was in 2013. So this channel is like maybe almost 7 years old. I don't exactly remember the exact date that I made this channel on. And, I poured so much of my time into this channel, making really silly guides that are absolute garbage in retrospect. I made random nonsensical videos. Occasionally, I'll make videos about like talking to you guys. I made like a State of Terra video that no one really cared about. Um, I uploaded a bunch of random other gameplays and random bullshit like that. But either way, I still put a lot of time in this channel. So now I reached that point in my life where you're just like, oh shit, like, do I give this up? And I mean, the choice for me was obvious. Like, yeah, I had to because I just didn't have time to commit to that and school. So then my first year clinicals ended. Everything was great. I got into my second year clinicals, and that was from 2019 to 2020. So fall 2019 to 2020, everything went absolutely amazing. This was probably one of the greatest years of my life when I completely realized, like, holy shit, this is actually what I want to do for the rest of my life. Like, I can be a great psychologist. This is absolutely amazing. I get to communicate with people. I get to do assessments. I get to learn about the brain, neuroanatomy, everything about that. I get to work as a team with people. People actually value what I tell them. Um, and it's completely different. And on one hand, I do want to thank the ability, like my entire YouTube sort of thing that happened because it allowed me to actually work with people, be able to communicate things in a cohesive way, be able to talk to people in a way that actually makes sense and really solidifies things and really simplifies things down to its very basic components. At the same time, on YouTube, I had many, many terrible experiences with people, but those actually helped me too, because at the same time, you're not going to meet a client or a patient who's always just in the best mood ever. I mean, a lot of people that have severe psychiatric issues, a lot of people who have PTSD, any kind of sleep disorder, could be people going through other various social aspects of their life, like a divorce or a legal proceeding. They're not very nice people, and they have very mean things, sometimes very racist things, and very blunt. They have very blunt ways of communicating. Like, what I'm trying to say is, not everyone is gonna just be an angel, basically. And somehow being on YouTube actually helped me with that quite a bit because you get a lot of negativity on YouTube over time. I mean, that just happens to everyone. um, but that was great because that allowed me to actually get the patience to talk to people. And I'm actually super thankful for that, believe it or not. But yeah, so my second year went by extremely quickly, and now I'm starting my third year clinicals, which is at another hospital, and we actually just started a few weeks ago. But it's crazy that 3 years of my, well, almost 3 years, starting my third year of my grad school career, like, in about 3 years from now, I'm gonna graduate, and I'm actually going to reach my goal that I had for myself in life even when I was an undergrad, that yes, I want to be a psychologist one day. And it's crazy to think about it. Like, oh my God, this is actually happening soon. I mean, granted, 3 years is still a pretty long time, but considering how the last 2 years have gone by so quickly, it's gonna pass by me in like a blink of an eye, to be completely frank. Um, but no, it's great. Like everything's on track, and for the first time in my life, I'm like, holy shit, I actually got my stuff together again. Like again, my whole life going through school, everything was laid out for me perfectly. And then through just, you know, some unfortunate circumstances, things didn't work out for a little bit. And then now it's just like, oh my God, it's it's working again. Wow. Um, but yeah, so in a few years, everything's gonna come together and life's gonna be good, hopefully. I mean, again, maybe I could just hit another roadblock, but this time I'll actually know what to do. I think the biggest problem is growing up especially during like whenever you're going to school and stuff, people always tell you to just take it slow and just take your time. But the thing is, when you're with other people, it's really hard not to be competitive. Of just like, oh my God, I don't want to fall behind other people in terms of life. Like, there's certain milestones everyone has to hit, or, you know, many people expect you to hit. For example, doing well in school, graduating, getting like a high school diploma, going to college, you're going that way, or you can just go to trade school or other anything else. Some people get like then you break it down to like what kind of degrees you want to get. Do you want to get like an associate's degree? Do you want to get a master's? Do you want to get a PhD doctorate? Do you want to get an MD, MD, PhD? Like what do you want to do with your life? You have to have specific career plans. And then afterwards, when you're finished, eventually you're gonna find a significant other, you're gonna get married, you're gonna raise a family, stuff like that. Um, so in my mind, I'm like, oh crap, I gotta like do this and this and this and this, and it has to be a sequence. But it took me so long to realize like it doesn't matter. Like as long as you get it finished, it doesn't matter how long it takes you. You don't have to do it in that exact sequence. But young me was so dead set on, oh my gosh, everything is paved out for me perfectly. I need to follow this plan. And if things don't work out, then, what the fuck do I do? So I'm really glad, everything kind of fixed itself, I suppose is probably the best way to put it. I mean, I don't have any doubt that where I am right now is due to a tremendous amount of luck. Um, because God knows in 2017 when I tried to kill myself, that was a pretty stupid and bad decision. But in some ways, things worked out. I moved to Boston, things went back on track, and it feels like I actually have control of my life again. Crazy. Again, that's how things work out sometimes. I wish, one of the biggest things I want to do is go back in time and just talk to myself when I was younger. Just tell myself, it's gonna be okay. Of course, on the flip side though, as I became older and older, and again, this is relating back to the channel of just I just don't have as much time as I did before to like play video games. And I didn't even realize it until recently. We're like, oh my God, I'm not even playing anything anymore. Like I'll hop on a Final Fantasy maybe like once or twice a day and do like some dailies that take about an hour and then just get off. But we don't play like 8 hours a day anymore like when I was playing tarot and I was grinding League or anything like that. I'm not spending 3 to 4 hours editing videos and like uploading them and stuff. Most of my time is dedicated to finishing homework, reading journals, keeping up with coworkers, other students, planning stuff. Like we have a doctoral project that we have to do to graduate, and I just started with that. And then I actually started with the very basic idea last semester with my supervisor about looking at the parietal effect of how people encode certain memories. But I think that was sort of too it was a little bit too how do I put this? Too aspiring, I suppose. The workload was going to be absolutely off the charts. I don't think I could have actually done that in like a year and a half. So we're back on the drawing board right now, and just thinking about other things that I'm coming up with ideas I think may be more possible for me as an individual to actually complete as part of the doctoral project. And I present that in my fourth year, and you're basically done with school. You have like 1 year of extra internship for your fifth year, and you're done. Like you graduated. Congratulations, you're a doctorate, actual licensed psychologist. Um, but yeah, I mean, like over time, I just had less and less time, and I'm just like, there were some days where I'm like, man, I just really want to play a game right now. But then you decide, well, time can actually be utilized to be doing something else right now instead. So you always go with the second option each time, and then over time, I'm just like, I'm just not really playing anything anymore. So let's just like deactivate some accounts. There's really no point. Like, what's the reason like keeping it around? I mean, some people say like, well, you might come back to it one day, but no, I think my time has come and gone for that already. So yeah, I mean, it kind of sucks in some ways. It does make me a little bit sad, but at the same time, like people have bigger and better things to do after some time. And I mean, I hate to say that to you guys, but I don't know. Like what can frankly, I even forgot this channel even existed. Like I haven't even gone on this channel in so long. Like I go to YouTube maybe like 3 times a week, if even that. And most of the time, it's just me looking at like a music video or something. Or occasionally, I'll watch like a league highlight video. It's like 10 minutes in between breaks, and that's it. I mean, I do miss it. Don't get me wrong. Like I do miss making videos, but you gotta give up some things to get other things in life. And unfortunately, I've kind of made up my choice. Um, But yeah, I mean, outside of that though, I've been great. I actually got in contact with a bunch of my old friends from college, like people that I've lost touch with for like 6 years, 7 years. It's crazy. Just like just catching up to them and seeing what everyone's doing. It's awesome. The weirdest thing though was it wasn't until like maybe like even just last year I thought to myself, I'm like, oh my God, I'm 26 now. Like in my mind, I'm still this 18-year-old kid who just started college, but I'm not. And because of that, I've had to make various changes in my own life, in my own career path, in terms of what I did, how I spent my day, and stuff like that. Everything's perfectly planned out now. Um, but yeah, things just kind of changed after a while, and I just decided, well, this is how I'm gonna live my life now. I mean, this is what the way that I'm doing it right now is what makes me happy. Just progressing towards a career, hanging out with people in real life, and just not really doing stuff online as much anymore. And I mean, it's really weird saying that now because there was a point in time where I spent like 80% of my time online on like forums, watching streams, making videos, playing games. Like that's the stuff that brought me joy. And I'm not faulting anyone for doing that either. Like if that is what you enjoy, keep doing that. But I decided to just kind of give that up because I don't know. I just found other outlets that kind of occupied my time that I actually have more fun doing than just being online. Um, But yeah, so 3 years to go, and I'm gonna get a doctorate, and I'm gonna be a psychologist. I mean, you guys can probably see it back there, right? Like that thing hanging up there on my top of my shelf. That's my master's degree. Can you believe, guys? I have a master's degree. That's wild. It's actually an en route master's degree, or en route, en route, en route. Oh, I hate the English language so much. But yeah, I mean, that's just something to hold me over until I get my doctorate, full-fledged doctor right there. Um, but yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. I'm doing well. So I guess realistically, I don't even know why I made this video. I mean, I guess just because I haven't made one in so long, I kind of felt bad. And I honestly completely forgot the channel. Like, no joke, I actually forgot this channel exists because I haven't uploaded and stuff in so long, and I haven't done this in so long. It actually kind of feels awkward even now. Like, it feels weird. Or maybe weird is not the right word. It feels foreign. I don't know. What would be a good term? It just feels different talking into a camera. Like before, when I used to do this like almost every single day, it felt more natural. But now it's just like, there's like a little bit of a hesitancy. Can't really find the right words to say. Just sounds off, I suppose is the best way to I can put it. But I mean, the thing is, we had a good run. I'm not saying like I'm not gonna upload any videos ever, but I think the videos are gonna be different from now on just because when I started this channel, I made guides. I played video games. That was my passion for a bit. But, I can't really upload that stuff anymore. I'm not really playing anything. Um, but I don't really know what videos I'm gonna make. I mean, I might make some videos like these where I just update you guys on what I'm doing. They're gonna be kind of lame. I guess you can call me a boomer because I'm getting old. But that's what it is. People change, and ideally they grow over time. So that's just the reality of our situation. But I hope all of you guys are doing well. I'm really wishing you guys all the best. I've missed speaking to some of you guys tremendously. The people who are still a part of this channel, even when I did completely destroy everything. It just, yeah. Hope you guys are doing well though. But that's gonna be it for me. I mean, feels like this is more like a ramble than anything. But then again, didn't I used to have a series about just ramblings? I think I did. Hope you guys are doing well though, and maybe you'll see me again soon. I don't know. Like I said, I'm probably gonna like still upload videos. I just don't know what I'm gonna upload right now. Probably some like real life stuff. Maybe like vlogs or something. Vlogs are pretty easy, I would say. Or just like maybe I could take you guys on my adventures hiking. Oh, that'd be fun. I'll need to like buy some equipment, but it'd be exciting. Anyways, I'm done ranting. All right. I'm pretty sure at this point most of you guys are fucking bored as hell listening to old man Jerry tell you what he's been doing. But you guys take care of yourselves, all right? And hope you have a good rest of your day, guys. And I'll probably see you guys soon. Probably sooner rather than later. And I promise you, I'm not going to vanish for like almost a year again. All right, take care. Bye.